hate religion but love cheeses. There are almost as many cheeses on the face of the planet as there are different types of religions. Everybody's got opinions about what's perfect. When it comes to cheeses, some have holes, some are yellow, some are white, some stink to high heaven, others are moldy, some are very mild and fresh. Religions, same situation. A lot of them have holes in them. Most of them don't keep pace with what's actually happening here on the face of the planet. Our knowledge about the world and the religions that we've traditionally have gone into a wide gulf as their technological and scientific understandings grow. Most of the religions on the planet favor the idea of unlimited breeding, be fruitful, multiply, and cover the earth with your progeny. The Catholics in particular don't like condoms and so on. And so because of it, we have what we call an environmental issue here on the planet. We refer to it as saving the earth when we recycle cans and such, but actually what we really have is a people problem. There are too many people, and too many people breeding in the name of God, believing that it's the proper thing to do because it was in the scriptures. Well, back in Genesis, when there were two people around, I suppose, having sex until you couldn't hold any more kids in the house was, a reasonable idea, population. But unfortunately, as I say, religion hasn't kept pace with time. Cheeses, on the other hand, there have been numerous new introductions of cheeses as we settled into the new world here in the United States. We had Colby, for instance, started here. Monterey Jack, another fine cheese, comes from the United States. We brought some of the old world cheeses with us, like Gouda here. Gouda is an outstanding cheese. Cheeses, as opposed to religion, I love cheeses because you can slice them, you can dice them, you can change their names, you can turn them around inside, upside down, and backward, you can melt them, you can fry them, you can roll them in breadcrumbs and fry them if you wish to. Well, nobody really ever complains about what you do to cheeses. You can eat cheeseburgers with American on top. Some people prefer American, and so, just like religion, there are people who are dedicated to certain followings. And so if you're a Muslim or if you're a Hindu, you're going to really focus and center your world around this. With cheeses, people identify with them too. Some people prefer cheddar on a hamburger. Others, no cheese but American is permissible, and so on. Nobody ever gets down on you. I never seen President Obama have to step up and admit to the American people, I like to eat Danish cheeses, and be belittled in public. On the other hand, it seems like in a country where we have freedom of religion, every politician, when they're coming into office, has to go through the filter as to whether their religion is proper or not. You've got Romney at the moment. Well, he's a Mormon. Well, Mormons, I don't know, Mormons, I think Mormons are a cult. Isn't that what the governor of Texas said? Everybody's arguing about it, and it's ridiculous because, let's face it, all religions are based on the idea somewhere that there is a greater power in the universe than human beings, that there is something out there that caused all of this to happen. And that's a valid point of view, I guess, is just as relevant as, well, it all happened by just dumb luck and it's percentages of chance and it's a crapshoot, and there's the universe and the Big Bang happened. Or, boom, the Big Bang happens and behind it was something that wanted it to be. So this religions describe this consciousness, this feeling that we're connected to something, that we have souls and so on that are part of God. It's all fine stuff. The only problem is once you start writing it down, everybody makes religion holy, all right? So that the writings themselves become the Word of God. Cheeses have undergone a lot of evolution over time too. I'm sure we started with something like spoiled milk that curdled to begin with, to finally end up with wonderful, delicious products like this organic Gouda full cream, but again, nobody complains. We can add on the cheeses along the line. We created American when we got here and created the United States. Personally, I don't care for American, but no one will ever be ridiculed for eating it unless you're French, you know. And so, you know, what's the point? I love Jesus. You know, I hate religion. Religion just gets in our way. Religion has been at the basis of most of the wars. Cheeses have never caused a war to my knowledge. If there's anybody out there that's aware of a cheese war, I really would like to hear about it. It'd be interesting information. You know, cheeses... Even the stinky cheeses that are left alone, you know, as they say, who cut the cheese and smells up the whole house, so to speak, even those cheeses, you know, nobody's ever really been denigrated publicly because they eat stinky cheeses. And, I mean, we really do have freedom of cheese here in the United States. We don't really have freedom of religion. Not really. If we did, to begin with, it would be out of the government. You wouldn't have these people running around trying to make their religion the state religion and the morality of the people. This is not a theocracy. Thank you, you know. Keep your spiritual beliefs to yourself. They're fine. You can have them. It's all right. Me, I want freedom from religion. On the other hand, I do not want freedom from cheese. Even if my arteries are plugged with the cholesterol from the cheeses, I really wish to go to my grave still eating cheese. You know, I come from Wisconsin originally. Now I live in California. Those two compete with one another as far as who's got the good cheese. You know, it's all good. It's all in good fun anyway in advertising. And so, you know, you never see Wisconsin come and send a bunch of cheeseheads over here to the West Coast trying to shoot off all the Californians and killing the cows and so on, you know, or insisting that nobody from California could ever get into national politics or become president or congressman because they eat California cheese. You know, it's forbidden, the forbidden cheese, you know. So I really think I hate religion. I wish it would go away. I wish we'd get over it. We'd have less population of the planet. We'd have more environmental resources. We wouldn't be raping the earth in the name of having dominion over it and so on. Because, I mean, they interpret the word of God constantly in any way seen fit. Okay. On the other hand, you can interpret cheeses any way you want to. I mean, I've never seen one in sushi, but hey, you know, so what? This is California. We can put cheese into sushi if we wanted to. My God, they put Spam into it and call it musubi. So, you know, so nobody takes a hard feeling over it. So that's why I love cheese. I absolutely love cheese. I totally hate religion, and so anybody out there has got any comments about loving cheese, you can you contact me here on YouTube. Thank you very much for your time, and enjoy your cheese.